Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda, your Lord and Master, your Vox Populi, off here to a 1v1 on the Faymonville Approach in the north. It is Nicko, fighting for America, freedom, democracy, the American dream, here with tactical support featuring light machine guns, M5 half-tracks, recon runs, strafing runs, and the Calliope, which make your guy run. In the south, it is IncaUna, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the glorious 2nd Panzerdivision, also known as the Vienna Division, as thou so shall say its origin. A base of operation in a sense there. Well, recruiting ground, probably a better way of putting it. Fortified armour, elite troops, and Festung armour with infantry, Panzerfausts. Gun the MD-42 versus the Riflestad. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my parent supporters, these champions and heroes of the Propaganda Ministry who keep me in the business. Without them, all of these episodes would not be possible. So consider joining the ranks by pledging on Patreon or donating. Links in the description. You know, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. And we got Festung armour here with Panzer 4 Model Js, Panzer Tactician, Hold Down, the Pack 43, and the Railway Artillery Support. MD-42 Pioneers gun is clashing up with the Rifle Squad here. You got the Rifle Squad there, and a Rifle Squad over here in the south here. So Nicko here looking to disrupt IncaUna's early game here by just putting up a Rifle Squad there. And this is working out fairly well since the Germans early on obviously can't easily just push back a Rifle Squad in heavy cover that easily. He's trying to flank around a machine gun, and I think Nicko's already sensing, you know, there might be a machine gun there. His MG-42 sensors tingling. Grab the point here, Rifle Squad moving from the other side, moving to sandbag here. So there we go. And for those wondering why and the whole bit about, you know, where they recruit from, well, that was part of the German army, sort of shall say, how it operates. Actually, something in World War I, basically, you know, the German army for specific divisions recruit people from a specific, like, part of Germany. That ensured greater, shall say, cohesion within the unit, because people do culturally know each other better than just, like, you know, a bunch of people from all across Germany. So, for example, 2nd Panzerdivision, Vienna, you know, capital of Austria, or, you know, that point that was just known as Ostmark, I believe, actually, not Austria, but you know, and so on. There other divisions recruit from different parts of Germany, like Hamburg, Baden-Baden, Berlin, stuff like that. Rifle Squad there being suppressed, the Pioneers machine moving in there. 3rd Grenadier Squad there for IncaUna with a 3rd Rifle Squad for Nicko. Popping in, they got the Pioneers pulling in there. So far, the Nicko, of course, with his light disruption maneuver, again, he's just effectively evolved like one Rifle Squad. He's just basically tied up so much of IncaUna's forces here and just allowed himself to grab so much, you know, territory. That really just shows, like, what good harassment can do for you against a Wehrmacht player, because the Wehrmacht can't just, like, you know, rush in and just blast everything down. Like, if you're really smart about it, you can really slow them down without even, like, technically shooting at them a lot. But it also shows IncaUna takes Nicko seriously here, obviously. And these they're moving up to support each other now here against the Rifle Squad there, but still, if the Rifle Squad can, you know, get the fire punch right position, the gunners can be in trouble. And of course, IncaUna's trying to move his gunners into a way he can avoid this from happening. So, a lot of mind games here, making use of these trees, see the squirrels inside, just, you know, wondering when it's their time to get some guns. Rifle Squad from the south, north here towards the south here. But now, the way the engagement is going, IncaUna is slightly pulling ahead here for Nicko. Nicko definitely needs to, like, consider just disengaging. And he's also going for the captain. That is definitely a bit novel for 1v1 matches. In 2v2 though, with Pathfinders and all that, captains are super popular, but in 1v1s, it's typically more the lieutenant's game, so. Interesting maneuver there by Nicko. Probably going to be seeing the BAR, there we go, the Browning automatic rifle.
Heavy truck, waiting for deployment.
And I imagine we're going to be seeing then a fast anti-aircraft tactic then out here for Nicko versus his opponent, there we go. Mechanized command post being unlocked, which means the anti-aircraft half-tech will soon follow. So that's definitely an interesting, shall we say, deviation from the typical American build order here in the 1v1 matchup. Plus, the captain early on also presents a bigger threat than lieutenant to infantry, because he can be upgraded with a bar, whereas the lieutenant can be upgraded with a bazooka. It actually used to be the other way around. It even used to be the lieutenant started with a bar. That turned out to be incredibly good. It had to be nerfed, obviously, you can see there. So Captain charging the Pioneers, pushing them back. Rifle Squad routed. 4th Grenadier Squad here for IncaUna. He has tech, but he doesn't have the anti-tank gun, and he will, I think, need one. He has the anti-aircraft half-tech. Theoretically, armoured cars can work, but I think in particular on a map like Faymonville Approach, where there's not a lot of manoeuvre room for the armoured car, I think trying to catch the anti-aircraft half-tech with that is going to be a very tall order for IncaUna's armoured car crews. You're asking us to do what? In this terrain? With that kind of armored car? What have you been huffing? It's the same scheiße that Hermann Göring's huffing. Grab Northern Fuel Point again. Good harassment here again. Part of that is also just knowing like when to engage and when not to engage the Germans. South here though, IncaUna dispatching a few depleted grenadiers, like to make a nice company of the Faymonville. Again, I imagine we'll be seeing the Pack 40, the Panzerabwehrkanone 40. Good lord, my voice really does sound like, you know, an MG-13 just like, you know, slowly buzzing away at a few Soviets on the Eastern Front. But for the most part, I'm feeling fine now, just slightly tired, you know, bit of a stuffy nose, but for the most part, I'm feeling fine, but, you know, I sound like I'm not fine at all. Anti-aircraft type there, they're on the way for Nicko, and again, IncaUna currently does not have the can for that. Pioneers doing the can again, the captain with his Thompson and his BAR. Oh, they do get the captain himself, so the Thompson is no longer an issue. That's a small win there. And IncaUna is in fact coming to the 222 here. Bold, bold, bold. Definitely not what I think I'd advise under the current circumstances, if I have to be perfectly honest. Children forcing healing, armored car there halfway done. Grabbing the southern points. Ralph squad going here for the Grenadiers, pursuing them with a violent intent, and we do get the 2-2 up, but again, the anti-aircraft Taftag is almost around the corner as well here for Nicko. And there's a good chance of getting a wipe here with those Ralph squads with their good rate of fire there, and DPS in general on the move here. Looks like IncaUna's luck slightly saves his sorry behind. But there you go, M15A1 anti-aircraft half-track out there for Nicko and for the 3rd Armored Division, 2nd Motorized Rifle Company. Half-track moving in. Light machine guns being added there. Finally. Of course, Nicko can soon begin equipping his men with Browning light machine guns, which means his men will be hit even harder at mid to long range. They'll still be, you know, fairly good up close too. That definitely makes the rifleman quite dangerous. They used to actually equip 2 of these light machine guns. That turned out to be too good. Unsurprisingly, because that was also too good in the Grenadiers when they could upgrade double light machine guns. Oh well. Makai, they're catching the half-track a bit of cut, but again, it's pretty tough, in particular in like terrain when there's not a lot of room to maneuver, because the anti-aircraft half-track could turn around itself fairly fast enough. So even you got the armored car trying to, like, you know, kite around it, it's still pretty difficult to keep up and not avoid, you know, the main gun there. IncaUna with a rather wide front he's trying to manage here. Most of his infantry is leading the assault in the south. He's got a smaller detachment in the centre trying to occupy Nicko there, and he's left 1 machine gun to hold the north. That is pretty extensively aggressive here for IncaUna, and has, I think, plenty of room for like things backfiring on him. Like, for example, he gave away the machine a Pack 40 position, so that means the machine gun is exposed to you, basically like a really good push here. So yeah, I think IncaUna here rather pushes like a bit much. Again, I think this is a less experienced American player. This could probably work out against Nicko. That's really just asking for trouble. Oh, he's going for it, he's going for it! And he actually managed to do to the Pack 40 here, doing enough damage to the armoured car. Could finish it off there. Had not been for that Pack 40, that would have been suicidal. With the Pack 40, it was only half suicidal. Whoa, okay, Nicko is going for a 2nd anti-aircraft half-track. Holy smokes. He's definitely feeling bold, though, and I think confident about the current situation. They can afford the anti-aircraft half-track. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying it's bad. I mean, hell, it's not even 10 minutes in. They're like 2 light vehicles like this, if you're already far ahead, can work out. He's like, at least go for a 3rd one right now. Though I probably would use the captain to supervise it up faster, but like, it's just incredibly rare to see most players like go for a 2nd light vehicle, and this is a 2nd anti-aircraft half-track, which is definitely up there with stuff you don't see a lot.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
So quite interesting choice here by Nicko, but again, I don't think it's bad at all. Again, interesting does not mean bad, different does not mean bad, it just means, you know, different. But I'm definitely was not expecting that at all. Armour coming away here for IncaUna. Grenadiers with the echelons. Armour car pushing back with the Grenadier. Machine ringing as well here. And there we go. Anti-aircraft take out for Nicko. Freedom, democracy. Armour car, they're charging in. And of course, the big question is, of course, will IncaUna be expecting that second anti-aircraft attack? Because most American players will not, because most American players never bother with the second one. And that could also be what Nicko's banking on. IncaUna bring up another MD-42. I think it's a good choice here. Victory points wise though. Nicko again is just maintaining the lead. I mean, he's really doing well here with his aggressive and disruptive gameplay. And I think that's also, I think, really something that's worth highlighting. It's not just he's aggressive, he's being disruptive about it, which makes it much harder for IncaUna to, like, you know, form up a cohesive response or defense against it. So, I mean, that is some really excellent play here by Nicko. Sharp, focused, and disruptive. But the second MD-42, I think, will help IncaUna control a bit the field here versus Nicko. Of course, the pack cards from Nicko is going to help push back against that. Still, he is getting at least more than one victory point now. He's also getting back some more than map here, so this is a good, like, attempt here by IncaUna, I think, to stabilize the situation around. Wanting to take up soon, I think, is also a good idea. Grenadiers being upgraded with light machine guns, I think, would also be a good idea here for IncaUna. Hitting the fuel point is also a very good idea. Like, he needs to ensure, like, you know, Nicko does not just pull ahead too fast. So, north here, the captain's pressed by the MD-42 here. Grenadiers with the rifle squad there. Anti-tank gun for Nicko. He could honestly have taken up, but it's not like if he's going to be pushing for a tank right away. But still, in the near future, I still think he should take up. Because, again, the faster Nicko can begin pushing up tanks on top of everything else he's doing against IncaUna, the better for Nicko.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
And there we go, M1 anti-tank gun out there for Nicko. We've got IncaUna as the echelons, bit of skirmishing there. And he's wiring the door there. He's trying to create a wire trap, but there's just too many Americans about shooting the pioneers, making this a pretty much suicidal task for the pioneers. Pack shoots, misses the anti-aircraft half track. The South the point being seized with the rifle squad, gaining it back for freedom and the American dream. Half pack for this shoots at some crates next. I think I expected the anti-aircraft previous half track by that tree. Another's yet to take up. Armored car knocked out here with the M1 anti-tank gun. Good kill. We also have now the strafing runs and the recon runs here ready for Nicko. A well-placed strafing run can definitely do a lot of damage there to German infantry and support weapons. I wonder has he upgraded his captain with the light machine gun? He has. Excellent. Most players don't consider upgrading their captain with a, or any unit with a light machine gun with a bar as well, or vice versa. But units with a, you know, BAR can be equipped with a light machine gun, and a light machine unit can be equipped with a BAR as well. So while they have technically limited the units from carrying 2 light machine guns, they haven't prevented them from getting a light machine gun and a Browning automatic rifle, so they can still have a lot of firepower on them. After going for the Grenadiers there. North area is seizing the point. There's Rifle Squad quickly cutting down Bobo out in the open. Default was the captain. Tech almost done here for IncaUna. Can then build the Suprema Core, maybe rush out some Panzerwaffe. That said, Nicko is also taking out. There we go, strafing run goes off. Almost wipes the MD-42 crew though. Very close call here though for IncaUna. Had that gone off, that would, I think, rapidly destabilize the entire front line for IncaUna. It's not like it's looking great at the moment. Northern Victory Point being seized alongside Northern Victory Point. Looking, well, unsurprisingly pretty rough. You got the Suprema Core up there, very good. One option you could also consider is rushing an Ostwind. That can also add some more pressure versus IncaUna and versus Nicko now, but I think in these situations he probably wants to go for like a Panzer IV Model D, to be honest. As it is, I think, quite good for its cost. Another M1 there on the way for Nicko. He's clearly concerned about German armour. He is aware of the situation with the resource, getting his way. He's gone for 2-hand aircraft tough attacks and wasn't able to like gain control of both viewpoints hard enough, so he is probably getting ready for like a possible like Panzer rush or even an Austrian rush. Which again, it's not common with the Wehrmacht player either. But, you know, Nicko is taking, I think, that possibility seriously enough, which really, I think, shows something about Nicko. Obviously, again, just expecting any kind of armored rush, like, would, you know, require more anti-tank guns like this, so... Who knows? Is he really expecting the Ostwind? I don't know. I can't read Nicko's mind. If I could, I'd make millions. Instead, I make dollars. Can you say Norfolk's there? And not a lot of dollars, but, you know, Ostwind on the way to IncaUna. So Flag Pound's halfway done here. A spirit attempt, I think, to swing the tempo and momentum of the game back in his favour with an aggressive Ostwind push against Nicko. A lot of infantry, a lot of squishy targets for the Ostwind to tear apart, I think. Again, it's not a bad call at all here, though, again, if I had gone for a commander with Panther 4 model J's, I probably would consider those a bit more, but that's just me. Oh wait, Austin Flag Pound's out there. And he's about to get murdered here. Pioneers being bombarded in the south here, can they sneak about with the light machine guns? Well, some of them have light machine guns, the others can't afford them. A Flag Panzer north here with its third with a flak gun, and there you go, chain to the echelons. Forcing retreat there with a quick kill. Typically, one reason I find the Ostwind can be quite nice, most players never stay around against, like, while they may try to get lucky against a Panther 4 because it can be very much hit and miss. Against an Ostwind, though, most people don't stand around to find out if they're going to get lucky or not because they know that doesn't exist. Almost got a wipe there with the Ostwind, in fact, on the rifle squad. Like, it's pretty good, like, you know, ensuring wipes and just doing a lot of damage fast. In that sense, it's more consistent than the Panzer IV, which again can technically like do a lot more damage than Ostwind, in particular versus infantry, but it's not as consistent. So that's some of those things you may want to keep in mind there. But we can see that Nicko continues to have excellent map control here versus IncaUna and the Germans. Sherman away there for Nicko, and IncaUna currently has a pack 40 to stop that. I mean, one option is rush out the Stug, or he could try and hold on for dear life for a Panzer IV Model J. Last call, there was a lot of grenadiers, more light machines away there for IncaUna's forces. Last squad there being mauled. Sniper for IncaUna now, it's an interesting choice. Bit of attrition here. We'll have to see if that holds up against a Sherman though. Got the half-tank moving in there, blocking off IncaUna's further progress there in the south. North side is also being attacked here as IncaUna shifting more towards the south. He's going to have to shift northwards again. And now we got the first Sherman tank out here for Nicko, the M4A3 Sherman medium tank. Using this, being held up still in the south. Yeah, I feel like this is a bit of a risky gambit, but at the same time falls where the rifle squad up the south. But again, it really does mean he's going to be less prepared for whatever comes up north here. And obviously the Ostwind's going to do nothing against the Sherman, but you know, there's going to be infantry supporting it. Damage engine there. Pack 4 lands a good hit. Strafing unleashed here by Nicko. I think try and dissuade the Germans from pursuing. Ostwind, the racing through, almost got the intake of tough take. IncaUna there on a wild ride, fails to finish off the intake of tough take, though not from a lack of effort, that's for sure. North here, Reason's holding up the line. He's even equipped the Reasons with light machine guns. Nicko truly is a believer in strength through firepower. I'm sure if Nicko could, he'd equip even the cooks and bakers with light machine guns. Well, that's technically the Reasons troops anyways. They are the cooks, bakers, clerks and all that, being forced into frontline action. So he technically is equipping them with light machine guns too. Fixing up the Sherman up north. Still in time for one, going to go say a Panther 4 Model J. He could of course go for the Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung G. But I'm guessing he won't. There's Ralph squad there picking off some poor bastard. Oh no! Oh yes, if you're German, yeah. Oh no, oh god. Nicko there got caught off guard there with some pretty poor repair protocols. He just like fixed the critical damage, pulled it off there, but I think he forgot about it, at which point IncaUna was able to move in and steal the tank under Nicko's nose. Oh dear. It wouldn't be the first time the Germans ran off with a Sherman. The Germans were quite at ease with the utilizing enemy equipment against them. So there you go, M43 Sherman, now German. It's gonna be a bit going for Nicko, like he's probably kicking himself a bit in the back then for forgetting about the Sherman at that angle. I mean, he obviously sacrificed the Grenadier squad for it, but yeah, no, I think most people will say almost fully repaired Sherman is worth a Grenadier squad. That's pretty good trading. And he's gone for second Ostwind, buoyed by the acquisition of American-sponsored equipment. IncaUna commits to more Ostwinds. I feel like that might be a bit too enthusiastic, but I can't fault him for it. And he's going fully on the offensive. He's going for see if he can't just, you know, deliver a killing blow here to Nicko. Now it's do or die for Nicko. Can he weather this sudden reversal, this eastern storm of the Ostwinds? Or will IncaUna crash him beneath the jackboots of the Third Reich? Big crew they're wiped out. Never able to avenge the stain on their honor. Ralph's squad close been wiped out. Anti-tank guns recruit here. Nicko's sacrificing so much he's actually lost the other one that hits IncaUna. Charging forward and loses. Oh dear. The captain is gone. And both of his weapons are dropped. Good God above. This is an absolutely unmitigated disaster for Nicko. His ambulance just got lit on fire. Like a really poorly made Christmas ornament. Made by your nephew Joey. Sherman almost done. But Nicko is definitely worse for wear. So many Americans gave their lives. Still, Nicko is not a quitter. He flanks, he harasses, he still seeks to do damage, and he might be able to take out one of these Ostwinds, avenging some of the fallen. Except the Sherman crew apparently is too hopped up on adrenaline and can't hit. There we go, got the Ostwind. Will IncaUna be able to salvage the Sherman here? Pack about to get wiped out here, holy smokes. Nicko is punching his way back from the gates of hell. Satan gave up on claiming Nicko, stating it was not worth the effort, mate. And he's being mauled. His Sherman down to half health, other Sherman going for it. He's risking his Sherman to take out the German Sherman. He has to give up though, but still. Good Lord, talk about tenacity, fortitude, balls. That's it. It's going to take a lot more than balls to patch his forces together. Balls won't heal his wounded riflemen. Though may make them feel a bit cooler. More pioneers for IncaUna to repair his damaged half platoon. They have mixed armor. Having to explain to the Americans how we got a Sherman. Just say it fell off a truck. A truck? Yeah, have you seen how lax the Americans are? This is scheiße. Sherman good to go. Nicko does not miss a beat against the Reich. So what's IncaUna going to go for next? I do not know. But I imagine he's still not taking Nicko lightly, despite again almost winning the match. Nicko just beat him back for just sheer bloody-minded violence. North and in before to defend the northern victory point, keeping at least out of Nicko's hands. Shunning north southwards, backed up by Rifle Squad. Around the centre of the Rifle Squad. Point this east as well. Sherman gaining veterancy 1. My apologies there again. I'm mostly fine, but yeah, still a bit of a cough in my throat. Sounds like, you know, it was used as a barrel for an MG42. I'm a bit of an over-eager trigger finger. Bit of quiet here. Regular Panther 4, then another Sherman for Nicko. He may want to consider the Panther 4 Model J. I mean, I imagine that's why he went for Festung Armour, to go for the Model Js. Otherwise, he's not really used the command at all. I think, there we go, cancels it, goes for the Model J. So good. Also got one railway to the support ready, Adam. Managed to ring up someone, I guess, with the right connections. Hey, yeah, I need some artillery support. It's a Bunsen's train too? If it can hit the Americans, yeah. Another straight running for Nicko, goes straight for the blob there. Had he angled it correct from that angle there, would actually have caught IncaUna completely unprepared. It's a bit of a gamble there. Also, the rifle squad flanking them there. Nicko needs to get there fast. There we go. Second Sherman almost done though. And with 2 Shermans, I mean, Nicko's going to have like a fairly decent number of force though again. His opponent has not just a Sherman soon, but a Panther 4 Model J, so tough stuff. But still, Nicko, despite again everything, is actually maintaining fairly good map control versus IncaUna. Good lord. And there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 4. Ausführung, Gefechtsbereit. Hold to the front line here for IncaUna. Ambulance with it for Nicko to replace the one lost. The crew is short that what happened last time won't happen again. But what happened last time? Confidential, top secret. That makes me worry. Well, don't. Sherman's the Panther 4's going to get the other Sherman up there, or at least the anti-tank gun. We got 86 as the 398. Machine remains in position. I mean, IncaUna's definitely not starting to, like, you know, get a bit stubborn here as well. He knows he can't afford to lose many more victory points here versus Nicko. Though he's also quite willing to alter where he can't afford to, like, throw away machine gun either. Route squad pushed back with the Austin, which continues to do some excellent work here versus Nicko. Sherman that goes at it. Oh no, he tried to repair and almost lost another Sherman crew and another Sherman to the Germans by having to steal it. Oh dear. Part of me wants to ask if Nicko's half Italian or something, because that kind of lax security seems like something the Italians were very infamous for during World War II. I think that's definitely one thing Nicko needs to work on, is like, you know, don't repair too close to the front line. Light machine gun drop there, by the way, might want to grab that, obviously. Although, of course, they can actually grab that since it's not from the weapon rack, and there we go. Double brandings to the rifle squad. Balance has been broken. Inform the elite balance hit squad. What do you mean it doesn't exist?
Button her up. Big push coming.
So, IncaUna technically has a larger force, but he's operating, you wouldn't think so. Sherman towards the dance, taking a great hit in the rear of the Sherman. Good with the Grenadiers up north. But getting pushed back there by the Grenadiers. I believe they have, yep, 2 light machine guns as well. Sherman rushing southwards. Route squad falling back. Grenadiers there by the southern victory point. There you go, Sherman versus Sherman. It's a civil war. I suppose it would make more sense if that had been a Lee then. Anyways, Grenadiers versus Route squad there. Route squad being mauled out there with the Grenadiers. Austin moving forwards. Entering then great hit in the rear of the Sherman. Another hit there, pushing down to half health. got 86 to 92. IncaUna looks like he's down to get the upper hand here versus Nicko's down to lose too many units. At the same time here versus IncaUna. And takes the tang at the Sherman as well there. Nicko's going to have to start like thinking about some pretty bold maneuvers here to have a shot. He's going for the Calliope, so I guess he's going to try and go up with a bang here. I mean, if it was Nicko, he could perhaps pull it off, but it's going to have to be like some hell of an assault here, I think, to really have a shot there. Particularly since he's to run out of infantry here versus IncaUna. He's not replacing his losses, that's for sure. Calliope barrage off here on the MG42. The ditches are exploding, the trees, the squirrels, but the machine gun remains relatively safe. Oh, except for Archer there. North Gunners was the echelons here. Again, it's the double light machine gunners was the one light machine gun, the echelons. Well, light machine gun and a minesweeper. I mean, I'm sure the guy with the minesweeper was going pew 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 as well, but I don't think the Germans are buying it. 86 to 65. Osman moving in north, it's 12 kills, veteran 2. Sherman's veteran 2. Panzer Force close to veteran 2. Another entertainer there for Nicko. Launching a Sherman southwards here to probe the German southern line, so maybe find a weakness there. Not a bad idea. 84 to 265. Sherman engaged with the German Sherman. And there goes Sherman going for the southern positions here. A bit of a gambit there to hope to exploit attention elsewhere. Maybe get a wipe there. Defeating detail. I think that's a fairly solid strategy. There you go. IncaUna is quick to respond to this affront to German tactical serviceability. But there you go. Now his Sherman is getting cornered by the American Shermans. We got the Panther IV moving in to cover up the German Sherman. Panther IV engaging the Shermans. German Sherman back at it. Shoots, misses. Oh dear, one of the Shermans actually, I think, is firing high explosives, and I don't think Nicko's realised this. Oh dear. I think Nicko might have been more rattled losing that Sherman than initially it appears. Also moving forward to the rifle squad. Calliope barrage off again. Another Panther IV there for IncaUna, regular one. Nope, back to the Panther IV Model J, so good. Oh, the pack house has not been crewed either by Nicko. I think that might have been an oversight, but again, does seem like there's been a few oversights here for Nicko. Again, he's probably a bit stressed, and again, might be a tiny bit tilted or losing that Sherman the way he did, like, you know. Maybe he's got Patton breathing down his deck. You did what, son? Sherman's engaging there, veterans 1 gain on 1. Shot fired there. North Ralph's going for northern point there. Yeah, once IncaUna has the other Panther IV out there, Nicko's going to be significantly outgunned in the tank department and the infantry department. That's going to definitely make things fairly tough here for Nicko. Not impossible, but, you know, tough. Particularly since a good part of IncaUna's armoured force is also significantly veteran compared to Nicko's stuff. North, you've got the Panther going for point there. Sherman keeping the centre point clear of other Shermans. They got 83 was on 83. Man, this has been a hell of a match. Quite the ride. Valve squad was the Sherman and sent in for 2 firing away. They're halfway to ace level. The South Panther IV pushing back up with the gunnies in 2 packs. Really hoping this opponent's going to move in with the tanks there. The South and the Centre Pioneers machine is getting hammered here by the Calliope barrage from Nicko. What is Nicko planning with his resources at Jackson Pass? Now we got IncaUna on the offensive. Rav scored, assaulted by the Gunners, the Panther Force, and the Calliope. Oh, got the Calliope there. A huge blow to Nicko. Panther Force, the Shermans, and taking out the other Ostman there in the south. The Armour transferring northwards. There go. Unit in the south. Nicko's losses are starting to hit critical points. He's barely got any infantry. His Calliopes are exploding. He's calling in another one, but at this point, I don't think more Calliopes will fix the issues that are bearing down upon him, like an avalanche of German-speaking bad news. Both Shermans gained ace level at the same time. That is impressive in a strange way. But yeah, we got to the support called in here. IncaUna is just delivering a killing blow here to Nicko. At least the closest thing you'll get to a killing blow to Nicko. So there we go. Rav squad there being utterly annihilated here. IncaUna has secured victory. Snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. And with that, it's GG. Nicko has nothing left. Nada. Zilch. Babkis. Deutschland stands victorious. Somehow. There you go. That was an amazing match there. In the end, though, Nicko's, shall we say, lax repair protocols proved to be his Achilles heel. He was never able to quite get back from there again. I partly suspect he might have been a bit tilted. And that's likely for his game. That's still an impressive match. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, and of course do consider donating or pledging on Patreon. This is Imperial Links, and cheers. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.